Hi gang, it's Hexy. We're still in the Smolensk region. I wanted to film this turn because of the drastic change that just happened. This can be the fun sometimes of not reading the details of special rules. So, and it's funny because I think about this in another game, well, in Barbarossa Derailed, to get after it with those panzers, whether they take losses or not, those panzer divisions, because you're going to lose them. So, I mean, I kind of did, but I'm thinking I should have made more attacks at whether it was 1-to-1, 2-to-1, or less. I probably should have done it because on turn 6, the Hitler withdrawal rule starts where you roll the dice. On turn 8, it's automatic. You don't roll the dice. Well, guess what? On turn 6, I rolled a freaking 1 for the Hitler withdrawal rule. And you remove all of the exploit-capable units, which is a butt ton. And then you replace them with like 6 or 7 different units. But there's a rule that if an exploit-capable unit is in the dead pile, they don't get removed, and you can still bring them back in as replacements, and they continue the game. So, thus my point. Attack with these panzer divisions. 1-to-1, 2-to-1, it doesn't matter. Attack. Because if they're in that cup, when you hit that rule, they stay in that cup and you can bring them back in as replacements. So, boo-boo on my part, and here's the painful part of it. All of this, now some of them have been removed because the Russians had their movement phase, but victory point locations. This was German, 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 still German, German. This was German, this was German, okay? And I'm telling you, between Smolensk and here, I had 7 stacks of exploit-capable units. And guess what? Now they're all gone, and the replacements that you bring in, you can put them next to any friendly unit, and even in enemies that go zone of control if you want. So the simple thing is that the Russians are now going to just easily take all those objectives back without even a fight. And then you've got to fight the rest of this battle with 9 exploit-capable type units, unless I draw those other 2 out of there as replacements, which I'm sure I will. And then everything else is infantry. And right now, by looking at this board, it's a good thing the German defense factors on these infantry units are really, really high because the Russians are going to seriously overwhelm them in numbers from this point on. Now, granted, I'm starting the 6th game turn, so there's only 5 game turns to play. But I can tell you right now, the Germans don't have enough victory points to call this a win. And at this moment in time, I don't see them taking Smolensk anytime. So, because all the Russians got to do is just keep building up, building up, and building up. And now, if the Germans start taking 2-to-1 or 1-to-1 attacks, or potentially even less, they're probably going to take some losses that they won't recover. And the Soviets are starting to get air now. They're rolling 1d6, but they're starting to get air now. All right, so that's all for Barbarossa. This is starting turn 6. We're just over halfway through the game, or at the halfway point, just over halfway. And things aren't looking good for the Wehrmacht. All right, let's get this posted so y'all can see the progress or deprogress, if you want to call it that. All right, see you soon.